We're gonna be like,
look, she's trying something new.
That's so lame. What I'm afraid of is people seeing me try and not be amazing at something. That is so stupid. Still think it every single time. But I gotta give it to myself. I enjoyed that that skate clinic. I just went to the skate clinic by myself. I saw it on Instagram. Somebody that I followed posted something called Skateable Cities, and it was this org with 2 posts and just general. It was like a flyer that was like, oh, we do free skate clinics where you can come learn to skate. 4 to 7, all ages, skill level, whatever, are welcome. So I sent it to my friend. He's in North Carolina, so I could either go to the skate park and skate alone the way I usually do, or try to push myself out of my comfort zone and try going to this clinic that I know nothing of in a part of the city I've never been to. It was in the middle of fucking downtown, which I don't know. Those are where like the street skaters are. That's not what I have. A surf skate. The surf skates are, como se dice, a vibe versus like a grind. I've heard of other surf skaters mentioning that they've been nervous to go to skate clinics with regular surf skaters with their surf skate, and I'm like, that's people who are good. That's not me. So I went, I saw them initially. I put on my little skating outfit, which to me is a baggy tee and an undershirt, and I was like, okay, I'm giving, she's a skater, she does this. Went there, I was nervous. I was shaking in my boots, and not even slyly, like I started, this is what I do. I will somewhere in public alone, let me call someone, so they're like, oh, she has friends, but they're just not with her right now. So that's my tried and true. I did that. FaceTime my friend, just laid out what was happening. I'm at this event. I'm afraid to talk to them. I'm afraid to be here alone. And it's in the middle of the city where you see people walking back and forth from their commute. Like they're leaving work, going to their cars, going home. So I called my sister first. She doesn't answer. Pointless, useless. What's the point of having a sister? So I call my other friend. That's one that answers. I'm talking. I literally sit on the curb right in front of the event. Like I'm bad at feet, like 30 feet? I don't know, like a distance enough away where it's like, maybe I'm a skater and I'm just stopping here and, you know, blah, blah, on the phone. So I'm saying like, I'm calling you because I'm afraid to be in public right now. And I want to tell her, you know, why I'm there. At that point, I was more so concerned that I'm going to be helmet and pads, looking like a fucking kook, looking like, oh my God, which is so lame. That is so lame. The idea that like, oh my, we're going to be like,
look, she's trying something new.
That's so fucking lame. Whoever says that is lame in them of themselves. What I'm afraid of is people seeing me try and not be amazing at something. That is so stupid. Still think it every single time. But my friend tells me like, yeah, I would probably leave too, but because that is what I would do, I'm telling you, you should just try. You should just go. And that's what I do. So I eventually come to the decision that, you know, I'm too far to go to the other skate park. That's probably the main reason I stayed. It was too far to go to the other skate park that I wanted to go to. Like, all right, worst coming to worst, it's a story. I can say that I went and I like tried, blah, blah, blah. You know what actually caused me to walk up? There were 2 more people, 2 women that came around the corner with their skateboards and were joining the group. And I was like, okay, this is the perfect time for me to enter. I sort of wish that it didn't take that for me to, you know, approach. Who knows if I would have done it with or without them. But I saw that as my entryway, and I'm so glad the timing worked out because it was an amazing time. It was an amazing event. The people, it wasn't even an event. It was literally just this one guy teaching whoever showed up. Me and these 2 other girls come in. The 2 other girls, by the way, they're women. I don't know why I'm saying girl. One of them is in their 20s and the other one is in their late 30s, maybe 40s. He tells us his background, asks our background. His end mission is for transportation. He was like, yeah, I love working on the basics. I don't know what level you guys are at. One girl wanted to just practice her, like, you know, push and good foundational basic. And I mentioned that I was looking to learn how to stop, even though I have some experience with like the surf skate. I actually don't really know the foundation or the fundamentals. I've never been properly taught, and that would be great. Like if that's what I took what he said and I was like, I can learn from this. There's something to benefit from this. Specifically the videos where someone is walking or not, someone's skating and then they put their foot down and it's like a but like the heel is what's breaking them. He ended up giving me a quick little lesson on like how to push and everything like that. I can go through, may upload a video on like, some of that technique as well. Immediately, I felt so much more confident, understood what my barriers mentally were, and continued on from there. So that immediately, having just a formal teaching of like, okay, this is what you do, and this is how you establish balance, and this is where your weight is, and this is where you should be looking, I felt like I reached a new level in my skating immediately, that I skipped a step. Like, I was learning some of the tricks, I was learning how to pump and all of these things, but I skipped how to actually feel comfortable walking into the skate park, skating into the skate park. So that was great. That turned into more conversations with some of the other students there. I met some other women who had different backgrounds, different women who were, just doing this for fun, that used to be dancers, that used to whatever. Someone that I met like at a concert, I think maybe 2 years ago. He was then introduced me to some of the other skaters there. There was someone that had started at the clinic. She was a dancer and was doing just like she liked the little step thing. I don't know, I'm not a dancer, doing all the whatevers. Translated that to skateboarding, started coming to these clinics. Now she's competing. She was like just in like I'm gonna say this wrong, like a world competition or something, placed fourth, and does like competitive downhill, like the bombs. And so she has like those pads. They all also skipped all of that. The guy who teaches is also like a bomber. Like I don't know what they call them. I don't think that's the proper term, but someone who goes down those steep hills and it's just like just diving down. He does that. And so one of the guys was like, Maya, you should learn how to do that. Like, I can only teach myself so much. And even though I've done what I would say is a decent job of relieving myself from barriers, or like trying stuff and getting over my fear, that's why I sort of enjoy skating. And I have to actively say it's scary, but do it anyways. That is great. And that's an amazing skill to have. But you learn from others, and it's just so nice. That's community. Community is always going to be something that you should be investing in. And something I thought passively was that whatever space you're in, that's the community that you have. But as you enter into adulthood, you sort of have to ask, you don't have to, you get the opportunity to ask yourself, what do I like to do? What do I want to invest my time in? And where do I want to learn and grow and, help others? Taking the time to figure out what that is for you makes life worth living. What's like, without money being involved, without profit or gain or love or whatever, there's nothing you're getting out of this besides
community. It's so hard to explain.
The only thing you're getting out of this is the opportunity to learn from others and for you to give to others. I think that is so beautiful and something that everyone should look to have in their life in whatever form, whatever makes them happy. Art, dance, tightrope, I don't know, whatever community you have, there's so much value in it. Hope to continue to keep going back, making friends, sort of on my own without feeling like I need someone else that's a beginner with me to, into the space. This gave me confidence that I'm not as bad of a skater as I feel or if I felt. When you enter into skate parks and everyone there has been skating since they were 8 years old. So we'll see how this turns out, how this progresses. But regardless, I am happy to have had this day. I'm happy to share this day and maybe show, other women that look like me that they can take up space in these new environments, and how much fun it is, how great it is to learn something new and try something new. It's okay, like, just try, and if it's embarrassing, if it's not, whatever, like, you can take pride in the fact that you put yourself out there. So thank you for hanging along, talking to me as I discover this new hobby, journey, community, and I will see you next week.